Parliament from the United Republic of Tanzania, and I would like to recognize other members of Parliament from Honorable Anthony Kasangwe from Zambia, Honorable Rebecca Kamara from Sierra Leone, Honorable Livia, Honorable Rosa, Honorable Songa, members of Parliament. We all know that we as members of Parliament somehow has to observe protocols. And also I would like to recognize international organization dealing with the title that we are here for, dealing with energy transition and phasing out fossil fuels. And I also would like to recognize the audience on the online platforms. Greetings, everyone. Okay, so for the members of Parliament from the Global Inquiry, this is our first time that we're having this Global Parliamentarian Inquiry into the progress of fossil fuel phasing out. And for us, this is a huge responsibility that we decided to carry as a burden on our shoulders, and we are happy to continue doing this because we believe in safe global across Africa and everywhere in the world, including the global north and the global south also. The difference is we as LDCs and global north are facing, the global south are facing badly effects of climate change. That's why we need to do this, and we are continuing doing this. As what my brother, the other one who was here before me, somebody Loyola, that was very good presentation. We also, I saw my country and a few of the countries, so what we focused on, and I will start from there. I prepared something here. Currently, fossil fuel expansion threats to protected areas around the globe, and there is high demand for calls to global cease on all fossil fuel development and expansion, as well as phase down of current fossil fuel construction and infrastructure in the world protected areas. And all the statistics, I have all the statistics concerning the current situations in the global, and brother from Italy, Loyola, mentioned all of them. And I also would like to highlight on what Honorable Songa said. Those are the registered ones. We also have other things going on in our countries. As we all know, Tanzania is also one of the countries that currently there's some activities going on concerning projects, those that we know and those that we don't know. So responding to that, we have protected areas in Tanzania. Let me be very specific. In Tanzania, United Republic of Tanzania has 840 total protected areas, whereby we have the protected area covering across 7,330 square kilometers of ocean and 594 square kilometers of land. It's about 43.7% of the total land in Tanzania is protected area. And it's either protected, somehow protected, or reserved. And I can say here confidently that our protected areas in Tanzania and reserved areas in Tanzania somehow are still protected and reserved. If these G7 leaders that we are here in sideline with their meeting, if they are not funding somehow these projects, I know we wouldn't have this carbon emission, the statistics that Loyola showed there here. Because I know how our countries work. I'm a member of Parliament. I know how most of our LDC countries fund their projects. That's why we call upon cease on projects, on funding projects and financing projects that lead to fossil fuel expansion. Because we all know that if there is no funding, it's very hard to continue extraction activities. Because some of the things we cannot say, but you can see, because because there are also organizations that are working they have activities and research going on there. So some things we feel like what is happening in Muson National Park, because oil is really, you cannot avoid water to flow to other countries, because we all know that. So when a certain place is contaminated, the effects can cause trouble to people around the area, and we are from the same region, the East African community. So some of the things we feel, some of the impact that people feel, maybe these countries which fund these projects do not know, but we people who stay there, we know the impact that are directly facing us. So that is to say, we need to make sure that we continue campaigning and sensitizing the G7 and all funders of these fossil fuel projects to cease funding and financing this. Instead, if we want to reach 1.5 Celsius threshold of global temperature, as we all agree, we really need to end this now. But responding to that, because I also know what is happening in the parliament, our country focus right now, and most of African country focus right now, is striking a balance between just transition, that means to say that we use what we have right now to move to 100% of renewables, because I'm also pro 100% of renewables. For example, those extraction project that is going on in Tanzania, for example, the Selous Game Reserve. If you screenshot that, you will notice that there was Selous Game Reserve. It's a game reserve. So we have hydroelectric power plant there. At the same time, there's activities going on concerning fossil fuel. So the country's focus is to strike a balance, and that is also of African countries. And for me, it's not bad, because example, for this hydroelectric power plant, it's going to provide 2,115 megawatts of electricity generated from hydroelectric power. That was funded within the country's resources. But I'm telling you, if there is no financing from out of the country, we wouldn't have the fossil fuels. We would focus with this hydroelectric power plant. And I'm telling you, these new projects are focusing on protected areas, because that is easier. You may find that people do not know what is happening in the protected areas, because you know they are protected. You know they are protected. So I think we still need to discuss on going forward. Is it okay for most of LDCs, least developing countries, trying to play between striking a balance, or go to total cease? Because that's also very important. Because at some point we have to use what we have in order to move. Then when it comes to climate change, we will not wait for us to strike a balance. So it's still a question that I'm also posing. What is the best approach, especially between the global north and the global south? Because even if I don't say here, we all know that there's a question that UK has exploited everything you extracted everything that you have. Now there's consequences. Then you are looking for us who are still, we are not ready yet, but still we are the one who face the effects of climate change. So we can go on and on talking about that, but the question is still, if as a global at large we want to reach 1.5 Celsius threshold, we need to come together. And that is what I wanted to say, because all the statistics you already provided, and we are looking forward also for this. Also, one of the things that my government is doing is something called, I think the Lingo already knows that we have Chuchuma Gregana projects dealing with coal, and there's almost 75 US billion that is $1 billion that is funded for that project, and we cannot stop that, because I'm telling you, our government is trying to strike a balance. And I'm not saying anything, I'm not insinuating anything, I'm just trying to show you that how best can we reach this. But I'm pro climate change effects, and because we are the one who face the climate effects directly. Thank you very much.